is Joe in Cardiff Gerhardt. I'm running for Assembly District 12 in the state of Nevada for the 2020 election. And I'm also running a Recall Sisolak campaign. As you can see on my screen, I'm busy. So let me walk you through exactly what's going on and how this process works. People are signing up to petition to recall Steve Sisolak. And if you join my petition, it starts with an online petition. And that looks like this right here on your phone, a form. You fill out this form and essentially fill out your address, your email, your phone number if you wish, your name. And then I get that in a spreadsheet, and I won't open the spreadsheet for the namesake, but I can take the address and I can find what assembly district you're in. And I've downloaded the voter data of every single assembly district, at least in Clark County. And once I talk to the Secretary of State, I think I can get every single district, but the data is available for Clark County. And so every person who is, and plus, Clark County is over 70% of the entire state. So if Clark County wants something done, it'll get done. So the people who have signed this petition online, essentially submitted that form, are getting contacted by me in an email that looks something like this, which I sent to William Beardmore in Assembly 35, Assembly District 35, which is this one right here. And I go in there and I do a filtered search to find the active voters who voted in the active voters who voted in 2018 and who live in the precinct. And so if you don't know, a precinct is essentially a neighborhood, a block, a city block. And so you can categorize the voters, and basically you get a list. I've been able to take this data and put it into a PDF format. And so I then email this long email which explains what we are and how it works. And the file here, this is what everyone is getting. You get the list of all the people who live in your neighborhood who voted in 2018, who are active voters. You can see their name, their party, their phone number, which year they were born, so their age essentially, and their address. And the idea is that this creates a decentralized grassroots movement where you can volunteer on your own time with whoever you want, however you want, and do really whatever tasks you wish. Where you just want to make phone calls, you want to go door to door, you want to send mail to people, and really help this campaign build critical mass. And critical mass is 243,995 voters in Nevada who voted in 2018, who signed the physical petition. Now, there's a difference between the online petition and the physical petition. Now, if you're familiar with recalling Sisolak, you probably have heard of Fight for Nevada, who already ran a petition and failed. And the reason why they failed is because you only have 90 days to get the physical signatures. And if you're going to recall someone like the governor of the state, you need hundreds of thousands within 90 days. So you need to be prepared and ready to go. And the method for preparing is having people sign an online petition with their phone number, their email, their physical residential address, so that you have all of them ready to go and you don't have to collect new signatures in the 90-day period. You just go to the ones who have already signed up. We've all collected, prepared, and ready to go. And so this decentralized grassroots campaign is does not have a deadline. So it's really however much you want to volunteer your time, how many people you want to talk to get them to sign up. Know these steps right here, bottom of this page. So this is the printout. There's two PDFs, right? The first one is the list, and each person who signs the petition gets an email, gets a list of their neighborhood voters, the voters in their neighborhood who are eligible. The second petition, print it double-sided in color, please, because it's colorful. So the second petition tells you what's going on, right? First and foremost, Fight for Nevada, they failed. 33,105 signatures is what they gathered in the 90-day period, and that is not enough. And after 90 days, they were all trash. Now they're going to want to go again, but COVID is going to shut us down again. And the only way to really do this is to network in your neighborhood, to get people all over Clark County, in every precinct, to be talking to their neighbors. And once they've gone through this list, all right, I finished all, for me it's 1,500. Some people it's like 200 who voted in their precinct. But when they're done, give me an email, and they get another list. The next neighborhood over, the next precinct, adjacent to where they live, and that creates this unstoppable momentum that doesn't have a deadline. Again, doesn't have a deadline. So once we have verified, and I can verify the names, I can see who signs the petition, what their address is, go into that base, go into that file, this one of these bases here, these data spreadsheets, and cross-reference to verify that they are eligible. And once we've got that, then we're all ready and set to go to recall Sisolak. So when you, or if you meet people face to face, the idea is to print a bunch of these out and explain to them, as I'm explaining to you, how this process works. And the whole process is on the back side, page number 2. So first, how it works, right? Either scan the QR code. I don't know if you know about scanning QR codes, but especially if you have an iPhone, you go to the camera and you just point a camera at a QR code. You see that right there? Drop down to the link. Do you want to open Safari? Yes, I do. What happens? Goes to the web page. The online form. See that? That's the online form. That's the info. You push that submit button and you end up right here. This base up top left, you can half see it. It's the recall Sisolak base that I've got. And that puts your information there so that I can send you this information in an email over here. And so if we keep reading down this process. Now, if you don't have QR code, you could always go to votecardiff.org/Sisolak, and it's there. But the process, we've got steps going down the side of basically when you scan the QR code, and if you get involved in volunteering and sharing, then we get to a point where we reach the 243,995 signatures or Nevadan voters ready to go with this online prepping and this whole catalyzed movement of decentralized grassroots campaigning, where you talk to your neighbors, give them a call, knock on their door, find them on Facebook, or some of them you may know, they're your neighbors, but others it could also be your family knows them, your friends know them. You get a little collection going. Once you get a few people on board with this, they help you, and you all knock doors together. You get 3 people, 4 or 5 people at someone's door saying, "Hey, you want to recall Sisolak?" because you're eligible. And they say yes or no. And they say yes, you give them one of these papers. You show them what I just showed you with the phone. You show them how to go to that site. Or, here's another option. Get on your own phone, scan it yourself, be on that web page as you talk to them and say, I can fill it out for you right now. What's your name? What's your address? And what's your email? How many people in the household? Okay, it's sent. You're in. You're in. And when you're in, you will be contacted. So that's where we go back to this process. Once we have everyone ready to go, all the Nevadans that are necessary and authentically verified to recall Sisolak, we will take essentially an empty spreadsheet, an empty spreadsheet with name filled in. It'll be typed in so that the only thing remaining is the signature section. I think it's just name. It might be address. Name, address. But that could be filled in because they've already filled it in online. And so the only thing remaining is the signature section. And we get a volunteer. We can go right to their home, as you are going to go right to their home. And they just get the pen and they sign where their name is, on the row where their name is. Or, if they don't feel comfortable with someone coming to their home, again, right? If you go to their home in the first place, then we'll have designated locations. Go to the gun shop, go to the parking lot, go to the end of the road. We have someone at the end of the road. Or when the time comes, that's when volunteers will be out, as was in the case of the Fight for Nevada, where they had people everywhere and people actually physically signed. But this time, we will have very specific names who need to sign, because we've already pre-selected our 243,995 people who are verified to sign. We take that empty petition, empty file form, empty petition document, no signatures. We have to take that to the Secretary of State so they can verify it. And then we contact you, phone call, email, knock on the door, and say, it's time. Sign right here, please. And when that ink is signed and we get all 243,995 signatures from all over Nevada, but it really could be done in Clark County because we've got 1.5+ million people eligible to do this, then, which is a multiple more than enough, right? So then we take that to the Secretary of State, and Sisolak is recalled. He can either resign within 5 days, or it won't matter if he resigns or not, because the Secretary of State will announce it and he will be gone, and we will have a special election within like 60 days from the day we turn in all of those signed documents. So that's how the process works. And if you want to get involved, then all you gotta do, go here, pause the video if you've got a smartphone, and scan that QR code. Or go to that site, that website right there, votecardiff.org/Sisolak, and I wrote this whole long spiel about how it works and what's going on with Fight for Nevada. But we also have a Facebook group. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Facebook. If you go to the facebook.com/groups/recall Sisolak, you'll go right to the group. Or if you type in recall Sisolak round 2 or something, you should see my face along with Angela Blass's face, who is the leader of Fight for Nevada. I met her at a rally and asked her if we could take a picture. So that is the way to recognize the group. But again, recall Sisolak, round 2. And it's facebook.com/groups/recall Sisolak. and the groups is plural, groups. So that's it. That's it. I mean, that's the process. If this is new. Obviously, this is something that Nevadans are not accustomed to. I'm sure America all over is. I mean, maybe if you volunteered for a political campaign or something, this is something you may be familiar with. But this is decentralized. You can do this on your own time. You can contact who you want, and this is public information. There is no passcode to get the Clark County voter data. People in China could be downloading it right now, or they could have already done it. It's odd. I find it weird that it's so public, but it's public, and so I grabbed that data, I sorted it, I sifted it, I filtered it, I grouped it, and now it's ready to be used by us. And so, how cool is it to get a list of your neighbors, all their, the essential contact information, what party they're a part of. If you want to skip all the Democrats, do it. But anything helps. You just want to sit and make phone calls. You just want to knock on people's doors, or do you just want to print a bunch of these out and stick it in their mailbox, or put it on their door or something, under their mat, their front door mat. Whatever, however it works for you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Introverted, that's probably what this would, that last method is for introverts. Extroverts would be making the phone calls and knocking on the doors. But if you're really frustrated that the tyrant Sisolak is in office right now, after all the stuff he's done in office and before he was governor, and there's a lot of crud that is really embarrassing to have as a governor represent us. So every time news comes out, you feel frustrated. Just know there is a productive outlet, and it's this. This is the productive outlet. Ranting, raving, wrecking, all that stuff is it's not beneficial. It's not good. Don't do it. Don't fight. Don't scream. Don't yell. Just do productive work to get the mission accomplished, because we all know he shouldn't be there, and everything he's doing with the required face masks and the hiding of hydroxychloroquine and the list can really go on. I know there's people who have researched a lot more into his crimes than I have, and I found a bunch, so it just baffles me that it's gone on this long. But we can end it. We will end it, and once we are, all of us Nevadans are ready, aligned, grouped, ready to go, then it will get done very quickly, publicly, and indisputably. So there is no stopping this. There is no stopping this, our campaign, my campaign, the one that I've started, that we all will be working on, as I've been working, as you can see, like a dog. I've just been working nonstop on this campaign. So on both the political campaign as well as the recall campaign, these are the two main focuses that I have in my life at this time, and there is no stopping. This is worth doing every day. So I hope you participate, join, and do as much as you can, because any help is compounding the campaign's success and accelerating the mission completion date. So I would like to see that happen by the end of the year, and we are about to go exponential, because there's over 1,000 people who just got their neighbors list. And I hope you join this process and participate as well, if you haven't already. This is for people who have signed up and people who are looking to sign up. So, again, my name is John Cardiff Gerhardt. I am running for Assembly District 12, that's East Las Vegas and East Henderson. Just the east of the metro. And I'll talk to you. I'll send you an email. See you soon. Peace.